Good morning, students. This semester I am going to handle the subject Smart Grid. The subject code is 17EE831. So, in this first, we will see under this Smart Grid in Module 1, we are going to see Smart Grid Architectural Design, Smart Grid Communication and Measurement Technology, Performance Analysis Tools for Smart Grid Design. So first we will see the electric grid and the energy storage. First we should understand what is meant by an electric grid and why the energy storage is required in the grid. First grid is nothing but where we will be, it is a lattice network. Grid is nothing but it is a lattice network where we will be connecting all the sources and from there we will be tapping powers. Here electric grid, before getting into the grid, first we will see power generation part. So how there are two different sources where we can generate the power. So first one is going to be the conventional source and second one it is going to be the renewable energy source. Conventional source and second one it is going to be the renewable energy source, that is RES. The under renewable energy source we have solar, wind, everything, hydro. So it is the normal grid. So when you look at this grid, here a power plant that generates the electricity is shown. So here the power generation can happen by means of conventional source. Under conventional source we have thermal, hydroelectric power plant, nuclear power plant. So if you are generating using a thermal power plant, so the coal is the main raw material. When you are using a hydroelectric power plant, the raw material, raw resource required to generate the power is water. Suppose when you are using a nuclear power plant, uranium and thorium are the resources. So all these are coming under the conventional source. When the conventional source is getting depleted in nature, as the years goes on, it gets depleted. At that moment, it is not possible for us to generate the power with the available resources. So at present, we started to use a renewable energy source like solar, wind, geothermal, like that. Okay, so once the power is generated, here the power will be generated, that has to be transmitted to the customer. The customer, there are two types of customer. One is your commercial customer, another one is your industrial customer. Commercial customer uses household appliances, whereas the industrial customer will use a power load. Here normal load will be using. So from directly from the power plant to the commercial load, you cannot supply the power. In between there should be a substation, like transmitting end substation and distributing end substation. Why the substation is required in the sense, just to step up and step down the voltage. So here we have a transmitting substation where from power plant the power will be carried forwarded to a transmission line. But before carrying forward to the transmission line, here we will be using a substation transformer. So this substation transformer, what it does, it steps up the voltage. Steps up the voltage in the sense, suppose if you are generating a power of 11 kV, when it is transmitted to the transmission line, it may either be transmitted as 66 kV or 132 kV. That is, the voltage gets stepped up and then from here it is again distributed to the distributing substation. So when the power is distributed from transmitting end to the distributing end, the voltage is again stepped down. So here from 132 kV, again the power is getting, again the power will be stepped down and it will be distributed onto the distribution line. The normal voltage requirement for the industrial customer or the household, so nominally will be getting either a single phase supply or a three phase supply. Suppose if you are having single phase supply, the phase voltage is going to be 230 volt or 220 volt. If it is three phase, it is going to be 400 volt or 440 volt according to the standard what we are going to use. So here when we do so, to the household appliances you should get either 220 volt or 440 volt. So if you consider to be a three phase supply, the output of the distribution lines should come either 220 volt or 440 volt according to the requirements that is required for the customer. So again here, after stepping down the voltage, it goes to the distribution line, and from distribution line it goes to the electric poles. In the electric poles, again there will be a transformer. According to the customer requirement, the electricity will be supplied to the consumer end. The transmission line will carry the power to a longer distance. It carries electricity to a longer distance. And also this distribution lines, what it does, it distribute the power either to the industry or to the household appliances. This is the nominal electric grid. In ancient days, we used to have such type of configuration. Now also we have this configuration, but in certain places we started to implement the smart grid configuration. Why? Because we started to use a renewable energy source. And next is your energy storage. What is the necessity of using the energy storage? Energy storage is the one where it stores the power. When you have an excess amount of power, the power will be stored in under this energy storage. Energy storage, it could either be a electrical storage, like you can use either a capacitor or pumped storage tank or flywheel, or you can use batteries, fuel cell. So all these comes under the energy storage. Energy storage will makes the system will make the output system to run continuously by supplying power. So whenever excess amount of power is available, that time this energy storage, the excess amount of power will get stored in the energy storage. Energy storage plays a vital role in case of renewable energy system. Why? Because the renewable energy system are varying in nature. That is, it will not supply power constantly from morning till evening. So depending upon the time to time, due to environmental condition, ecological condition and atmospheric situation, the energy generated by means of renewable energy source will try to vary. So when it's trying to vary, and if you are supplying the power to this customer, it could either be a commercial customer or industrial customer. If you are supplying power directly, then the energy here the varying power will causes fluctuation at the output. In order to avoid those fluctuation in power, in between we are going to use an energy storage where the power from renewable energy will be stored onto the battery or fuel cell or pumped storage tank or a capacitor, and then from there it will be supplied out to your customer with a proper inversion technique. This is the basic electric grid operation and the importance of the energy storage. Next is your microgrid. Here you can see the structure of the microgrid. Microgrid will have the system controller. It is your utility grid. It is the normal grid where we will be getting a EB supply. Then due to renewable energy source, there will be a power generated. Here solar energy is one of the renewable energy source, and wind energy is another renewable energy source. Using these two resources, we will be supplying, it will be generating power. So the output of the solar is going to be DC. So the DC power can be connected to the DC grid, whereas if you are using a wind turbine, the output is going to be the kinetic energy. That kinetic energy will be converted to an AC energy with the help of an alternator, and there is a generator backup. This generator backup is required when you don't have any resources like conventional source and non-conventional energy source. When you don't have the conventional source, when you don't have the EB power and power due to renewable resources is also zero, that time you can use a generator backup and battery storage. Battery storage, normally it will store the power that is delivered by the solar energy. Once it is done, once the power is generated, and it will be distributed to the user. The user, as we discussed, there could be either a industrial user or commercial user. Commercial user means only the household appliances. Industrial user means the high payload like rolling mill, furnace, steel mill. So like this, different types of users using different variation in the load may be there. So for them also it will be supplying load. So when you see here, it is the house. These are also house, multi-storage building, industries. So according to the requirement, the power will be supplied you in this microgrid. So the difference between the normal grid, that is ordinary electricity grid, this is your normal electric grid, and it is your microgrid. So the difference between this, in electric grid will have only EB supply, whereas in case of microgrid will have both EB supply as well as the renewable energy source, but without any smart control. The advancement of this microcontroller is going to be the smart grid. So in the next class we'll be discussing the smart grid in detail. Thank you, students.